Hello there, guys. Sorry, my internet kicked out then. I am actually on My City Wi-Fi, as you know. I didn't make an accusation to BT, but because of what BT did to me when they illegally disconnected my services, as provable on my live where I spoke to BT publicly, they kicked off my BT internet. And because I said to them, you know, why did you shut my internet down the night before the adoption drive, and the night after I was publicly live talking to Buckingham Palace saying that the Queen should give her son an upside the head and sort her family out. I said, being that Maggie Thatcher actually set BT up, who was very close friends with Savile, I said, is BT associated to Epstein and everything that's going on? And they shut my services down within 3 days. In fact, actually, the very same day, we were going over to the church, and when I got out there was 3 open vans out there disconnecting the services, and when I got back it was mine, and I was laughing saying, is it my services being disconnected? And that was 45 minutes after I said it, and then literally within 3 days they'd sent me a telegram. So I actually got a telegram through the door saying your services have been disconnected, and they say I owe £350 disconnection charges and breach of contract. So anyway, if it does disconnect out, it's because I'm stealing, like the cat. This is how close I am. This is how much the system is wrapped around me. I can actually use my housing officer's office Wi-Fi. So My City Wi-Fi is in the council office across there, and I'm in my flat, and I'm holding on to a very weak signal, which is why it cuts out. But it was a bit funny on what I said, and then it cut out. Do 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 do. Devil don't like it. Run, devil, run, devil, run, devil, run, run, devil, run, devil, run, devil, run, run, devil, run, devil, run, devil, run, run, devil, run, devil, run, devil, run. It's actually a song if anybody knows anything about that song. Be the woman who gets out and the devil goes, oh shit, she's up. So yeah, Devil in Prada, lovely woman, but she drives a Mercedes, she's 25, she's no children, she's a social worker, 25-year-old driving a Mercedes. I know what car she has because I went to the car to help her get the little gifts out that turn up for us. So I know what car she drives, what reg she drives. Not stupid. So for a 25-year-old social worker to already have a Mercedes, that's quite a lot of bonuses. Not saying anything, not accusing, just talking about the system as a whole. As I said to her today, you cannot tell me that children are not sexually, physically or emotionally abused by social workers. You cannot tell me, and I said it in the same as parents. I said, let's put the word parent in a literal sense. So in statistics, a parent provable has sexually, physically or emotionally abused a child. Fact. Undeniable, irrefutable, unquestionable fact. So, but can you put all parents in the same box? No. Fact. Everybody is different. Is a parent capable of smacking their child? Damn right. Even parents that turn around and say, no, I'll never smack my child. Oh my goodness, I'll tell you what, right? You give me one parent who tells me that they don't feel like killing their kids, I'll tell you a liar. Yeah, I'm sorry, but parenting is not a piece of cake. Parenting is not an easy thing. Children are not this absolute, amazing, wonderful, beautiful creatures all of the time. There are moments when children kick off in the middle of shops, when you can't get them into a car, when the shit hits the fan, when life is not moving so great, when things go bad. But there is a very much difference between somebody who is really nastily kidnapping children off of the streets. Sorry, I've had it for 3.5 years. My tolerance at the end. Seriously. I do have a legal diagnosis of Asperger's. I do have sensory issues. That is a sensory issue to me. Even the social worker couldn't handle it. So now, if a normal person can't handle it, you imagine what somebody like me's like. It's like, that's what's like, what is it like? It's like getting one of them wind-up bunnies and going, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," and then putting it down on the floor and laughing your head off as it goes bang, 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 absolutely everywhere. But eventually it does calm down. But in this country, unfortunately, in the time of that high-functioning meltdown, they have legal grounds to physically restrain me, hold me down, imprison me, section me, and say whatever they like about me. Excuse my French, kids. You're all right with your heady, dude? So, at the end of the day, if our, say, children are going through a class of, say, 24, 30 students, and we are bubble wrapping children that have diagnosis, because we're making the whole class change their ways for this person. Don't worry, it's because they're autistic. It's the Downs child. Do you remember that child, yeah, that you probably all ignored? Nobody pretty much probably had anything to do with. You know, the one that was sitting at the bench with a special needs teacher next to her? This was the child that wasn't bad enough to go to let's not sit on the buses and on the bus. Yeah, that's the image. Sorry, darling. That's the image and attitude that people had to people who had high functioning special needs. What is a special need? A special need is really somebody who is born faulty. Something is wrong with them, but actually it's not. It's completely the other way around. If you see somebody, just 2 seconds, Mummy's got to do a bit of acting for a minute. Mummy's just playing, yeah? If you see something, can we pretend that Mummy's being a mental case right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Mummy's all right, yeah?
Yeah.
Mummy's just having fun playing, yeah? So if actually I'm quite cocooned and I'm doing this. Yeah, sorry, my son's not too happy with it. But if I'm cocooned in that position and I'm one, it's hyperventilating, and two, it's cocooning because it's going into a safe fetal position.
Look.
That person that's doing that, and you pointing the fingers at that person, they've just got themselves so overworked, they've got themselves so upset, they've got themselves so stressed out, such anxiety, that eventually they have to break somewhere. And the easier way to do that is if you see my son sleep, you'll know when a child is contented. Yeah, a child that is contented will sleep like a starfish. Yeah, starfish children, yeah, they sleep in their beds. Children that aren't actually safe will sleep very cocooned up, because that cocoon comes from being in the womb. And when you're in, oh, don't cover my camera, you can say hello, Mr. Moppatop, who doesn't want his hair cut. You say hello, it's a bit dark. You say hello?
No.
No? You've got a drilling going on. What's your name anyway? You can say hello to everybody.
Shiloh.
You're not Shiloh.
Yes, I'm Elijah.
You're Elijah. Say.
Mike, get the camera.
The camera. Hang on, my video's finished. You say hello.
Get the camera.
Which one? I got a good one. There you go.
Wait a minute, no!
Oh, well, no, it's an advert. Oh, I've got to watch. I did my hits in last night. So basically,
Now you turn the camera.
this is who it's about, yeah? But my children, this little one behind me, who's got a plaster on the back of his head. You can show him all your head on the back of your head. Show us the back of your head. Yeah, what did you do to your head last night? Look that way. Show everyone the back of your head. So this one, now get off the camera a minute quickly. So this one, he's got a big plaster on the back of his head. Now, children with EDS are not diagnosed until they're 5. So I have said that my children will not go into any state thing without people understanding the conditions that we live with, because like if I showed you my legs now, I'm covered in bruises. I've got a busted finger, my pelvis is twisted, my knee's out. When I went through it, I got the same reaction off the social worker. And I said, if I could take a photograph of your face now, don't you see? I don't. I said, your face is what I've had to live with my entire life. That is the reaction.
Get the camera.
You know, so,
Get
but at the end of the day, for my children to then go to school,
the camera.
they would have what's called an SEN, a special needs education statement. If they're dyslexic, we have an SEN. If people are considered bipolar, even children, mental health in children. Look, at the end of the day, you're born, yeah? You deal with trauma or you don't. Some people are born with differences. Autism is a difference. It doesn't make us criminals. We have to be treated the same. An autistic person goes into a shop and takes something, it's shoplifting just like it's anybody goes into a shop. Whether somebody understands is another matter, but they do. Oh, here we go. And this is why we end up with so many head injuries. Sit. I can't wait to get in the gym with these two because we do all the body acrobats and stuff like that. So these already, Dad started getting involved when he's here now as well. He started doing with it and finds it quite fun to do it with them. But obviously they go up on my feet, they go on my shoulders, and things like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, people will tell me that you can't do that. So, I mean, what's quite funny is when the social worker left, Elijah, don't cover the camera. When the social worker left, she said, she said, there's a social worker who really loves you, you know. I said, I thought under data of protection you weren't allowed to discuss my case with anybody. She went, well, it's Lauren. I said, I know, but still under data protection, you're not allowed to talk or discuss my case with anybody without a freedom of request signed by me. You can't even access anything via other social workers or speak to my health visitor. I have to sign that form right here, right now, for you to do so. The problem is with signing a data of request for somebody like me, I've got 22 years of wrongful diagnosis and 41 years of persecution if I've got anger issues, mental health. You're not touching it. Because you can't do this in a classroom, can you? Why would I want to send my children into a classroom to sit on a desk that gives them a bony arse? Elijah, can you tell me something?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me your numbers?
No.
No?
It gets me out.
Can you tell me how to spell Elijah? Can you spell Elijah? No? Are you a performing monkey? Can you do your alphabet for me?
No.
Can you tell me what's your favourite planet? Tell me about the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Yeah? How many dinosaurs do you know?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What comes after 10?
11.
And what's after 11?
12.
What comes after 12?
13.
14.
15.
And what's the biggest number that you know? How far can you count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
30 and after 30? Okay. Can you tell me your alphabet? A, B, C, Ds?
A, B, C, D,
Oh, Shiloh's singing his alphabet as well. Yay! What's your favourite planet? Or what's your favourite dinosaur? What dinosaurs? What names of the dinosaurs are there?
Megas.
What's the names of the dinosaurs?
Triceratopses.
And what else?
Stegosaurus.
And what else?
Neck.
What else?
Dicus.
What else? What about all the tractors? What's the name of the tractors?
Mommy, sing the tractor song.
Which tractor?
Green tractor.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. What is it? Which one? Driving along on a big green tractor, driving along on a big green tractor, driving along on a big green tractor, bringing in the hay. Hey, but you know what I mean? You know, what's the point of dumping my kids into nursery when I can have wriggle wiggle time with these and, you know, go off to the museums, take them out, go to the gym. We can train and do what we need to do. Yes, they can take their exams if need be. Yes, they can do these things. But like, you know, if say someone says to me, Kelly, do you want to come and train in Germany for 6 months? Then I can bugger off to Germany for 6 months and I just uproot my family and we go to Germany for 6 months. If they want to do maths, they can do maths in bloody Mars. Do you know what I mean? Elijah, what about in Japanese?
Japanese?
Yeah. Itch.
Japanese.
Itch. Ni.
Ni.
San.
San.
Shi.
Ni.
Go. What about French?
French.
Un. Deux. Trois. Quatre. Cinq. Six. Sept. Huit. Neuf. So, you know, I mean, look, there is absolutely no concerns with my parenting whatsoever. Nobody. Like I said to her today, I said, look, put me in my own home, keep you cunts away from me, and I don't have a problem. Bring new people around me, and we've got problems. So I stay away from problems. I have signed for them to do their freedom of request. I have crossed out every service, bar, health visitor, GP, and what was the other one I allowed? Housing, because I want them. They're going to do one massive big push now to go. You move this mother, and she has every right to go to court. At any point over this 25 or 14 days, everyone will treat me differently now because I'm not on child protection. I'm not on children in need.
Mommy,
I've just been assessed based on the referral from Howard. Alphabet. Go on and you do the alphabet with me. Go.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H,
Oh, heads. Heads. Rhinos banging heads. Are you all right? This is how we end up with split heads. Can we calm it?
Mommy.
Did you finish your alphabet?
No.
Did you ready? Can I kiss it better? You finish your alphabet?
No.
Okay.
I'm
So, and nobody should have any problems with me doing what I want with my kids, really.
Mommy.
Elijah, if you wanted to learn about monster trucks, what would we do?
Green tractor.
Oh, you want to learn about green tractors? If you wanted to learn about a green tractor, where would we go? Who would we go and see if you wanted to see a green tractor? They're called John Deere tractors, the green ones, aren't they? Who's got a John Deere tractor?
George Green Mummies.
Yeah, green mummies. They ain't scared of me.
Blue mummy.
A blue mummy.
Yeah. And now green.
A green. Loads of money. Jealousy's green as well. Oh, the drilling's going off again, isn't it? Yeah.
Seen mummy.
Yeah.
A green mummy.
A green mummy. Like Hulk. Hulk green mummy.
Hulk green mummy.
Hulk
Yes.
green mummy. So when they want to have a go at me, if mummy raising her voice and shouting in front of the kids at these absolute incompetent idiots. Oh, no banging heads. No, you've got you've got a split in the back of your head, mate. No banging heads. No banging heads. Because it's not. It's just that I'll turn around Seriously, if you'd ever seen the autistic lad, there's he was taken from his mum, and his way of coping with it was to rock, banging his head, ninja style, and he banged his head. And if you look at the photographs, he completely split, and if he was to bang his head again, the likelihood of him fracturing and puncturing his brain. And I don't know what's happened to him. I know his mum was out there fighting, like me and like many other parents of children that get taken because parents like us get put below the threshold because we have challenges and there isn't a funding budget. And adult and children's social care don't come together. They're two very separate organisations. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I'm so blessed. Oh, I've got such a lovely kiss then. I got such a lovely kiss. See, these can't jump around on teachers like this. They have to sit down, shut up, and do as they're told. You know, if you told a cub of a lion, yes, a lion cub will go rah and snap at their kids. Of course they will. And they go, yeah. You know, I do. Move. Yeah. Sometimes you have to. This is why I do not do lives during the day until I have my phone again and I can do them. You watch your head, please. Clearly your head's not hurting and then rubbing it against the sofa like that. Move your bum out of the way, you've got nappy on. Yeah, this is why I do not do. Hello, my name is Kelly Cottam, director of Step Up Britain. Look at me in my suit and I'm so fucking professional. Excuse my French, sorry Elijah. You know, and that's why you get me like this. But anyway, if you didn't see my live last night, to all the women out there, I need a little bit of perspective because one of the challenges within this system, as long as you can see, this is what I'm on about. Now you've hurt your mouth, haven't you? Haribo again. Are you bleeding? Come here. Are you bleeding? Oh, I'll have reports that I'm beating them. They will. They'll go. They'll take. Kiss. I love you. Go back my top. Some lunch. I haven't done lunch. Is it lunchtime nearly? Go. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Children that bite, by the way, are usually hungry. Are you hungry? Got some food? Got some food? Got some food? Are you hungry? So anyway, I'm going to go and make some lunch. If you didn't see my live last night, I actually showed you the extension of my feet and the movement of some of my joints to show you how people can't necessarily see or understand how living with that daily might mean that if I go over to the park, say, that they will know I have EDS, I'm doodah. If the boys run up onto the top of the slide, then maybe one of the younger kids gets up there, and rather than ask me to do it, like my shoulders just go clunk, clunk, clunk. You know, it should be fine for me to go and sit down at the bench in there and do a bit of drawing and stuff, and the staff be aware that just because I don't turn my head like that as quick as you would like me to, or I pick my kids up underneath my arm. I want a pillow fight. No, I don't want a pillow fight. I don't want. Oh, here we go. At least you asked me if I wanted a pillow fight rather than coming and hitting me with a pillow. Welcome to my life. There's only 2 of my kids here. Can you imagine what it's like when I'm 6 here? I mean, I don't even know what Aaron and Faith are like. I don't know, you know, they've probably got quite a strict life. I'm certainly not a strict mum. I'm quite happy. My life for my children, I'll show you. This is Shiloh's life. So he is a biker, BMXy person. One-off bespoke skateboard. No, it's not going up for fucking auction. But you know, I can't see that. Love over war. You just banged your heads. No, stop rhino butting each other because there's going to be an accident. No, 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 no. No rhino butts. No kicks either. Go and get your pads on if you want to fight. Go get your pads and go and get your stuff if you want to fight. Fighting is completely normal. It really is. Even couples do it. It doesn't mean it's DV relationship. It just means that we need a bit of a ref sometimes in our life. But unfortunately, these social workers that are 25 coming straight out of school with no life experience, probably been clubbing, might have actually over 18 gone and drink! Yay! And they go clubbing. Yeah, you know, they can't relate to, you know, 9 o'clock in the morning with getting children ready and children headbutting and banging floors. And Mommy, like I said to her today, you have no idea what it feels like with a child who's got teeth and they've fallen asleep comfort feeding and you've got to stick your finger in and unlatch them and do it in the time before they bite down on you, and you don't know what that bite feels like. And it's like you can't imagine a terrible two, or like don't forget, on just as before I go, what was his name? I can't remember his name, but he came and filmed us down in Downing Street in Parliament. But he was walking behind me when I was walking with Elijah, and on the video Elijah's holding my hand, but he's trying to watch the bus. So as I'm walking, my arm is doing this, yeah. So Elijah is literally swinging around me trying to see, but all you see from the video is it looks like a mum who's actually dragging the child, but it isn't the mum dragging the child. It was a child trying, and I had obviously Shiloh in the buggy. Eventually someone grabbed the buggy off me. So I was trying to interview people as walking down with kids and do it. So literally with the camera walking from behind me, I can't remember what his bloody name was who did it, Roland. It caused a load of hoo-ha and a load of people being cunts. But yeah, but it was actually Elijah trying to look at the buses as we were walking down the front of Downing Street. So he's running to look at the bus and my arm is taking complete full range of that movement. Look, so it's not me dragging. So it's about perception, isn't it? It's about understanding and awareness. And unfortunately, the social worker sitting in front of me watching her clock because she's got to get off to her next meeting. I said, wouldn't you feel better if you were recording this right now? Because if you get a call now to get to an emergency, I said, you've got to make sure you remember everything I've said on those little notes that you've taken. I said, I can give you a lot of information with an autistic person, and it's actually, even though you legally know, you used to have an advocate here that safeguards you for transferring my information because you're a neurotypical. It's not me that has the disability, it's a neurotypical that has the disability. It's the neurotypicals that have fucked the world up. We're the upgrade. We're the people that have been brought forward to help save the planet, per se. I don't mean save the planet in, you know, doodah. I mean to help people think, see things differently. Yes, darling.
Are you sure?
Am I sure about what, darling?
Oh, it's coming.
What's coming?
Coming.
Am I sure about Aspies being autistic people being the upgrade? Yeah, I'm sure. 100% I'm sure. If you look at a brain scan of somebody who's neurotypical,
you're sure?
Yeah, of course I'm sure. You can actually take it from a brain scan, Elijah. You can take somebody's MRI scan from their brain and look at somebody who's neurotypical to somebody who's an autistic brain, and the neurotypicals don't use their brains. It's lazy brain. But the Asperger's people's brains are much more high functioning. And they use far more of their thinking, their auditory, all their senses. It's just that it works at such a grand level that it can be a little bit too much. And sometimes when the drilling goes on and mummy goes, yeah, and it's like, just sometimes it's like a bit too much.
What?
So fluorescent lights and things like that.
Mommy, we're going to tell you stop.
Yeah, do you want to,
come on.
Well, you go and do it. You're big enough to do it. You've just been lazy.
Hoffman's.
Yeah, but you're more than capable of doing it. I've seen you doing it.
Train leather.
All right, we'll move the arrow to the train.
No.
Yeah, you can, because I know you can do it. I've seen you do it.
You try.
Yeah, but I've seen you do it. I have actually physically seen you move that remote control to the one that you wanted and change it.
Oh no, Mommy! Oh, Mommy, come on!
What?
Mommy, the door's not closed!
What? Pardon, I should say.
Wait, hide! Hide!
What are we hiding from?
Oh, in the pillow!
Hiding from the pillow?
Mommy!
Yeah, but I'm going to beat you with this pillow.
Yeah!
I am. I'm going to absolutely beat you with it. I'll beat ya. Beat ya. Beat ya. Anyway, I'm going to go and beat my kids. And seriously. Sorry, like I said to her, why is it a problem?
Mommy!
That I can't say it. I said, if I live in my own home and I say that around people who get it, they get me. They get me. It's not abusive.
Mommy!
It's just that they take things out of content. You know, it's a pillow fight. Mother and child were fighting. Mother beat child. Mother beat child. She beat him. She put a pillow over his head and she beat him. Yeah, should read that in a report. Anyway, on that note, guys, have a really great day. You know, we shouldn't give an FUCK what people think about us, but when these people are defamating, discriminating, falsifying information, and like I said to her today, we know here in Portsmouth. Let's put this on 2 seconds. Which one?
Lego trains.
Lego trains. There you go. Is it an advert? Yes. Oh, quick. Oh, shoot, quick, my pelvis is going out. Oh, fuck. Then we already have proof that here in Portsmouth that a social worker falsified information to take 5 kids. It's happened. Fact. We have proof and evidence. What are we hurrying? What are we hurrying from? We have proof and evidence of social workers that have abused children. We have proof and evidence of foster parents that have abused children, just as we've had proof of foster parents that have looked after children and fought for them. We have proof that doctors do unnecessary breast examinations, just as much as nice doctors don't. Polarity exists, good, bad, ugly. You know, this system is broken beyond repair. Underfunded, under-resourced. Like I said to her, what support can you give me? What help can your services actually give me? Can you get out there and educate people about gossiping, trashy-ass mouths that want to try and prove that somebody like me isn't actually sick because I achieve more than lazy-ass cunts on a daily basis, and I actually live with a real physical condition. I ain't faking it. And I don't need to screw the benefit system over because I can't be asked to be part of society and serve people and be something. I would rather sit on my fucking ass and watch Jeremy Kyle and repeats, do you know what I mean? But because I do something, it irritates people. It annoys people because I overcome such adversity every day on a daily basis with the level of pain that I live with. It annoys people because I want to live. When you live with a condition like me, you want to do everything. You know that your life is going to be halved at some point. So you want to go and jump out of airplanes. But what I've got, like I said to her before she left, I said, I want to get over supporting these families. But for as long as you keep doing this to me, it's a conflict of interest, and I can't work for people for as long as I'm a service provider, a service user, sorry. And for as long as you're persecuting me, yes, darling.
Are you sure?
Sure about what?
Look at this.
What's your brother doing? What am I sure about? Because I like it when you pick me up. No, I like it when you pick me up on stuff. What do I need to double check?
Got wheels.
Monster Truck. You watching Monster Truck? You're watching Lego. We're going to see Monster Trucks again this year, aren't we? Oh, my car might get taken at some point today or tomorrow. I need to go and check it, make sure it's not been hooked out and clamped. Seriously, I just need all this stuff to just stop. It's crazy. It's like, how do they? I'm hoping actually the social work is actually going to help. I'm hoping that the system's going to actually come in and help. I'm hoping that these muppets around here will realise that the people pulling their strings, just because they can't murder me, can't beat me up, can't do anything with me because I'm too public now. If something happened to me, they'd make a martyr of me, and they can't do that. For something to happen to me now would cause a public uproar. I'd be a media sensation within fucking days. You know, my gag and my low-level videos, because people don't share them, people don't post them out, people don't like, keep it interactive, and you bastards out there that come along after us and just go and create your own stuff. You never put my kids' pictures up, you never talk about my case, you ego-driven wanking bastards. Cover your ears a minute, Elijah. Yeah, narcissistic cunts. Yeah, people come before me, but this whole movement exists because of Aaron and Faith. 100%. You people getting your kids back is because of Aaron and Faith. Yeah, this all opening is because of Aaron and Faith. Yes, people were not achieving it. 30 freaking years prior to me coming into it, nobody was getting anywhere. Yeah, fact. I come along July 2013. I went straight into Theresa May. I lobbied her for the amount of children being abused sexually. It's on the lives. I'm outside Parliament, and then after I walk in, because I walked into Parliament, everyone goes, she works for government. No, it's a public building, darling. You can all walk in it. Yay! You don't have to stand outside rattling the cages. Wouldn't it be nice though to get a big padlock and lock them in? You know, so at the end of the day, you know, we can only go as far as our own thinking, and somebody sitting down in front of me trying to understand me over the space of 40 minutes and then reading their little notes later, I think it's lovely. You know, she was gleaming. She was like, the social worker really loves you. I said, yeah, but if you ask Fiona, she fucking hates me. She went, why does she hate you? I said, because I keep taking her kids off her and saving them. I said, every time she brings a removal in, I turn it around. So she hates it. So I said, you know, give me one of your parents. I said, give me, in the time that you write this report, I said, I could have done more with a parent sitting this time. One, I'd have done their ironing while chatting to them. I'd have probably helped them getting stuff down to the storage unit, or I'd have given them a break to go for a bath. Do you know what I mean? What's the matter? You pooed? Yeah, anyway, guys, I've got a pooey nappy to deal with. I wonder how many pooey nappies I've done, and no social worker can have such immaculate red nails. Okay, all right, gotta go, guys. Need to go and change a pooper. Catch you later. But just remember,
Bye
please.
bye kids.
Bye, kids.
Bye.
Bye. What else she say? Say, live with purpose, live with passion, and have principles about yourself. Like I always say, let my mess be a message. Speak later, guys.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. I can't get the thing while you're kicking my leg. Right,